What up, heroes? This is James. I brought reinforcements because you're gonna have to. I'm gonna go play. I'm just gonna play it. I'm just gonna play it. I'm just gonna push the button.
And I've had the best news ever. His sons, his sons have taken a test to see if they're a match for Jeremy's kidneys, and they're not, which is amazing. But the reason they're not is because Jeremy's not actually their real dad. Sorry, I'm no stranger to admit that I don't like my husband's children, so this is like the best news ever. My husband doesn't know yet, but I'm obviously going to go and tell him because I just love... He doesn't need to know, but this might finally kill him off. You might have a heart attack in this time. For anyone that doesn't know, my husband's worth 30 million, so it's the money. It's none of yours now, Hugo, is it? Obviously, he doesn't have a kidney now, so he's definitely going to, like... This is the best news I've ever had in my life.
The best news she ever had in her life. Look, this show is called Let Go of Delilah. Let Go of Delilah. This is a problem. Now, when we first saw this video, we saw this before, and when I first saw this video, she don't want to listen to anything else anymore in her life.
I think I'm traumatized. Thank you.
This is Nyoka Hall. This is my wife. She does Trust God, Cry, Repeat. A podcast for women and wives trying to be better wives and trying to be better mothers and things like that. A other side of the coin of my show, Restoring Heroes Project, and I have her here because we want to talk about this here nonsense, the Delilahs or the love of many waxing cold. So you saw the video; it's raw in your head, babe. What is going on? What you think? What's going on?
For me to even process a part of that, it hurts. But I've never heard laughter so well. I take that back. It's been 2 occasions, but I'll just talk about one. But a laughter that is so evil that it just vexes you. How in the world can you be excited not only to find out that your husband's children, so you obviously are not the mother, but your husband's children are not even his at a time where he needs you the most or needs them the most? This can like virtually save his life. So I don't understand how you can take enjoyment. I'm baffled. I don't understand how you can just take enjoyment from like some of the worst news that I can ever imagine.
Yeah, I don't. She said she didn't like the children, so I guess this is just like I got you. Your dad's gonna die, and you couldn't help him type thing, and I'm gonna get the money.
But does she even like her husband?
I don't know if she liked him or not.
I mean, she had like this sadistic juice that she was sipping on that it seemed like, I mean, the more she, like, you know, I'm confused of how you can be committed to someone because I've been married to you for a blessed years.
20 of them.
Some of the best years of my life, except for being born. You know what I'm saying? No.
But how would you know?
I mean, being born, I'm here. That's what, okay, I'll stay focused. But I don't understand how, I'm sorry, I'm really messed up. I don't understand how you can be married to somebody and the money is what you're like, this is finally gonna get me what I want. Like, how do you have that mindset knowing that you're going to break your husband's heart to the point, hopefully, that he dies? That's how she said it.
Yeah.
If the kidney failure don't do it fast enough, then she's encouraged by the bad news that he's going to receive. Like,
yeah,
how do you?
I
can't comprehend that.
Kidney failure.
I've had the best she literally ever. Is overjoyed. Like, it's not just like a hearty ha. Like, she literally, she's elated. I'm telling you, it's sadistic juice. That she's sipping something, but I just don't understand. Like, how do you rejoice knowing that your husband is clinging to life? Yeah. How do you rejoice knowing that the kids you so-called hate? I mean, like,
is this something that happens over time, a chiseling of the heart and the way she respects her husband and the way she respects is it a whole lot of nonsense that she's just bottling up and she's just now it's the end of the ropes? Or do you feel that this person has like a Jezebel type, not Jezebel spirit, obviously not the spirit of Jezebel, but you know what I mean? Like she's a man eater, if you will, and she got him for his money, and now was opportune time to get his money, and she has to post it up to let everybody know how good and pleasant it is for her husband to die.
I can't really. I'm struggling. Because what I see is like you can't go from oh I love you so much and it's everything is all authentic to I can't wait till you die. Like that's like a really I'm sure that's a hop, skip, and a jump. But to me, it had to be signs before.
Mhm.
And for me, all I can think about is the eye rolling wife. That's what pops up in
Okay.
my head because like you get to a point where because again as women and you always are pandered to by the world, so you're always put in a part of hey you want to feed off what I'm giving you or you check yourself in the word. So to me it's like oh here he goes again or oh, okay now I have to deal with that or oh, it's like a constant scoffing if you will.
Yeah.
So for me, I don't know if she ever loved him. I mean, in this case, it seems extreme to go from, oh, I'm madly in love to I hate your children and I can't wait to tell them, they're by the way, they're not yours. You know what I'm saying? Like that
Yeah.
seems like that had to be there beforehand. But as a woman, I know that as a Christian woman, it can really the enemy is subtle. So I know that he can sneak in when it comes to a situation that you didn't think will go the right, that, it didn't really go the way you planned it.
Uh-huh.
So it's easier to be like, oh, I cannot stand when he acts like that. Instead of saying, hey, babe, I don't know if we communicated well about this. Like, is there something going on or did I say something? Because I'm just going to share with your viewers. I don't know if they know that women sin too. I don't know if we can say that out loud.
I think
So
you
can say that out loud.
This channel,
This channel, you can say women sin too. There we go. Whew, I got that off my chest. No, but I really do feel that it can start small. Like I don't think I'll ever be to the point like, woo, I can't wait till James die, collect all his money. Like, that's not even a thing. That's not fathomable for me. But I do feel like on a lesser but still dangerous scale, you can communicate less. You can have issues that you are no longer willing to give time to, and then give into the world's way or give into your flesh's way of, I'll just be irritated. I'm no longer going to take the steps to communicate, or I'm going to not take the steps to have peace, or I no longer feel like, or you're so inconvenienced by someone being human that you don't want to put the effort in saying, hey, I'd rather err on the side of caution and say, I think I was a little overly sensitive because, women are never overly sensitive. But, I think, I think I was a little overly sensitive, or I think I kind of cut you off, or I think I think I just got, tired of, because it seems like I've been dealing with this all day. And this was like another example of what I've been dealing with, that kind of thing. Instead of saying, hey, can we go back a second? Because I feel like we're going in the wrong direction. So I would count it up to like just being that eye rolling wife. You're not worth my prayers. You're not worth my extra step of having clear communication. You're not worth my investment anymore.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I landed after that. I mean, I feel traumatized after seeing that video. I don't understand that. That's evil. You got to chop it up the way that's just evil. I don't understand how you can have love for someone, but yet and still rejoice at the fact that they're dying, or the fact that something is going to crush them even more.
And where's that in Matthew? It talks about
Yes.
the love of many waxing cold, and people be
it's
lovers
Matthew
of themselves, and
yes,
and lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, disobedient to parents. All these things that happens. We don't have to read it.
No, I was just gonna grab it.
But
I disappeared for a second.
I want men to be able to mark and avoid these type of women. I'm not sure what I tell people a lot. I don't understand how to. I'm happy that we got married when we were young. Married when I was 20. You were 19. We got married, and we've been together ever since. I have no idea how the dating thing works now. Like I couldn't imagine having Facebook and Instagram and all these other things.
I think you don't talk to people.
You gotta swipe it, and I can't imagine that. But there has to be signs, and man, you have to avoid these type women. Now, in the eye rolling wife is a good example of that type of woman, a person that gets irritated by you actually just being yourself, who don't want to communicate clearly, or who wants you to read minds and all these things. You have to kind of mark and avoid those type of women.
You know what I think though too is along those same lines, it can be ignored the hotter they are. It can be ignored. Because if somebody's mean. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not hard to be like, she's really rude.
Yeah.
Or, she doesn't like my kids. Is this a good step? Like, you know what I'm saying? But if you think she's finer than whatever, you'll be like, oh no, she's just going through something. Or, I don't know. But to me, my radar would be like, he's mean. He's like a serpent. He's like, I don't know. But I think that kind of gets overshadowed by body or by, game or by, whatever, as far as, I don't think she really meant it like that. Or I don't really think she's that mean, or I don't think she really, that kind of thing. It has to be something.
Yeah,
it has to be
because
something.
It does happen because the strongest man in the Bible was Samson, and Samson had plenty of opportunity to let go of Delilah. Plenty opportunity. When he braided his hair, he tricked her and said he needed to braid her hair with twine. So she braided his hair with twine, and then said the Philistines are coming, so he broke it out. And all these times where she tried to trick him into giving up his strength or giving up his power, he could have walked away from it. But I guess she was so fine. So I don't know how she was in the bedroom. I guess her spaghetti meatballs was off the chain.
I don't know if she could.
Like,
I don't think she could.
Maybe not. I don't know. But there's something about her that he decided to see the danger and keep on going at it like it wasn't danger. And that's the problem with this. This man is dying.
Yeah.
And
actively,
instead of her caring about her husband, she's drinking Satan serpent juice
something
on the side of a pool, laughing and making a YouTube
serpent
and making an Instagram video about it, and then putting it out for people to listen to.
Yeah,
it's real. It's evil.
It is evil,
and it's hard for me to imagine being in that position. Scrolling through Instagram and you're a man. What if you scroll through Instagram and you see this video and now your heart's broken?
Or you look at your wife like, I wonder what she really thinking.
Right. Right.
It causes a ripple.
No, and I'm just saying, like, not just, but what if you were that guy? No one thinks about being that guy. No one thinks about that. No one thinks about that mentality about women. Why is it that it was so easy for her to laugh at his pain? And why is it so easy for other people to laugh at the pain of men, to be entertained by that pain?
Right.
And and there's, as much as comments said that she wasn't in, in the wrong, there was probably some more comments, probably some other comments talking about, well, get your money, girl.
Right. I'm sure.
Get the bag or whatever. Yeah. Like, why is it so easy for people to laugh at the pain of men, or laugh at the inconvenience of men, or laugh at, like, we watch something where now men, it's an ick if you yawn, you can't drink out of a straw.
I remember that.
You can't tread water. I guess the ick is like
600, and it was over. Like, you can't exist. I mean,
like, you're not allowed to think to yourself.
I don't know.
You're not allowed to have time alone to gather your thoughts. There's a whole lot of things that you can't. Don't scratch your nose. Don't sneeze.
That's inconvenient.
Right. You can't you're not allowed to sit in a taller chair so your legs swing or something crazy like that.
What?
Kevin Hart is in trouble.
Oh no.
He's tiny. But you're not allowed to do any of things, and the world wonders why men, or certain men, like, the rate of self-deletion is so high.
Wow, I see what you did there.
In men. Why is that so high in men? Because you don't give us any space. No one gives us space to feel. We can't have a safe space. We try to try to have Boy Scouts, right? But then a girl could be in the Boy Scouts. So the girls infiltrated Boy Scouts, and then you have people posting about the girls being Eagle Scouts, which is not nothing to be proud about.
Look what y'all did. You did that.
This Eagle Scout girl. And we're not allowed to have spaces. We're not allowed to have friends. You can't go out with the boys. You gotta be, and then we gotta be mind readers about everything that the woman wants, and they don't want to communicate. And then sometimes we have to apologize for things that we didn't even do. If we do something in our dreams, you have to apologize for it. You never did that. I'm joking. You never did that.
That was opportunity.
but you have to apologize for now being in a dream doing something, or apologize for something that's not a sin, or just because the person is emotional doesn't
Right.
mean they're right
That's true.
about the situation.
That's a good
But you
fact.
can't say that. Then you have to pay for that all the
You
live
can
long
say
night.
that, honey.
I know that. I'm just saying.
listening. Okay, I quit. I quit. No, but that was a very poignant point. I guess I can say that after that. We were talking recently, and I was like, "Oh, guys got it rough." I mean, as far as just looking at all the expectations to, I don't know. I really keep saying exist. Like it's like I think I have really random illustrations that pop in my head. So what it makes me think of is like a candle. And you know how you married me. I don't know if you did it
Yes,
as
go
a
ahead.
kid or not, but sometimes like put a glass or something, or put like a top or something over the candle, and then like watches it slowly just extinguish.
Mhm.
So I feel like that is a big push. I won't just narrow it down to feminism because it's going on in the church as well. But it seems like a staple to try to emasculate men, like where you're not allowed to feel at all. Like somehow that's feminine to have a feeling. Like you can say something to me and I can cry for 3 days and not talk to you, feed you, anything like that. But your car can get keyed and then it's like, well, man up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but you destroy. But that's a 30,000, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have emotions about something. Now, we shouldn't be, you shouldn't be crying on my shoulder because a mouse happened to come in the garage, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But as far as like normal everyday emotions, like it seems like the world is pushing and the enemy is pushing the fact that for some reason, like only women are allowed to be human almost. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
when is it a problem to just be like, okay, babe, or I don't really like that. Or I feel like you were kind of being, a little too sharp with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we can tell you all day as women, well, I don't feel like you should talk to me like that. Oh, I don't really speak like that, but
Keep
you
on
can't.
going with it.
But
That was good.
I'm saying like first somehow I have a pass to say and do whatever I want to you. And then, you can't say anything to me. Like, I don't understand how we gotten into that point of life where like the man is not supposed to or be allowed to be the man. Like saying that I'm a submissive wife, which I am. But to say that like that's offensive to people, or to say, oh, well, you must be in some type of bondage. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
submitting under godly authority is not a blessing. And I mean, every time 20 years, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't see anything but blessing in submitting to the order of God. I don't understand. I guess
Mhm.
is what it is. I don't get it. I don't understand how it can be like bondage instead of freedom to do
Mhm.
it God's way. I don't understand that. I don't get that.
And these are the people that young men are falling for too, because
You're right.
they're on the Instagram the most.
Mhm.
They're on the TikTok. They're on because I'm 41 years old, so I say the TikTok and the Instagram
It's fine.
and the face tweet. I say that.
Oh, I'm sure that's what it's called.
Yes, definitely. But they're on these things
Mhm.
and they're showing their bodies. So you're
Yeah.
not attracted to the girl's personality first, because
Yeah.
men are visual.
Of course, it's her brain.
Yeah. Yes, it is. You're attracted. We are very visual beings, and so we are attracted to the visual first. But you don't give opportunity for yourself to even learn the girl, because your penis leads the way,
Right.
and you end up in the same area as Samson was in.
Yep.
And but women know that, because Proverbs 7 women
Come on.
know that their sex appeal, all those things will
Yeah.
lure men into their beds, and under the Bible says in those bedrooms is death and Sheol,
Yeah.
and not Sheol, but
Sheol. Yep.
Sheol.
Yep. That's what it
Death
is.
and hell is in those beds. So the women know that it's not innocent. They're not innocent in this
Oh,
nonsense.
no.
Like this woman put herself in a situation where she getting $30 million. He's worth 30
Right.
million bucks. He's worth 30 million bucks. And
That should be
she's
premeditated though. Like that video alone should be premeditated. If anything happens to this man,
Yes.
it should be premeditated.
Yes,
that she had a part in it.
I'm not a lawyer.
I'm just saying.
I'm not even a
I'm not
bootleg
even
lawyer.
a detective, but
I don't even have a decoder badge or decoder ring or nothing like that. But
cool.
I'm just saying that it will be a problem if something happened to that man.
Yeah.
And they can use that video.
Yeah.
You need a virtuous woman. You need a Proverbs 31, not a Proverb 7 woman. These things will eat you up and tear you apart. They find reasons to laugh at your pain.
One scripture that popped up to me was Romans 2:8-9.
But for those who are self-seeking and do not obey the truth, but obey unrighteousness, there will be wrath and fury. There will be tribulation and distress for every human being who does evil, first to the Jew, then the Gentile.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, this is Proverbs 2. This is the one I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Proverbs 21:9. It says, it's better to live on a corner of the housetop than in a house shared with a quarrelsome woman.
That's what the word says.
It's better to be the corner of a housetop than share the house with a quarrelsome woman. Proverbs 21:19, same chapter, says this: it is better to live in a desert land than with a quarrelsome woman and a quarrelsome and fretful woman. See, the no one wants to. If a man battles all day long at work,
Mm-hmm.
they do not want to come home and battle their wife, the person that's supposed to have their back at all times. They want to come home, not that they don't want to come home and deal with problems. They can deal with issues.
Life
they can
happens,
deal with
absolutely.
little Timmy acting up or whatever. They can deal with those issues, but they don't want to fight with their love or their life. They don't want to fight with them for simple things like peace. Why does I have to fight with my wife for peace in the house?
Amen.
Doesn't she want peace in the house too? Isn't
Don't
it?
you want peace?
Don't you want it? Like, why do I have to fight for? I should be able to, with my wife, be able to let my guard down, take off my armor, drop my shield, and be vulnerable. If I can't be vulnerable with anybody else, why can't I be vulnerable with my wife? And why is that something that could be laughed at? And is it one of those on the ick list when your husband tells his emotions? Now there's books telling men you can't share everything with your wife, or she might think you're weak now. You don't cry about things in front of your wife because you might now you have the man bottle everything up and have to.
I'm sure that turns out well.
That turns out very fine.
But it's really books like that?
Oh yeah, there's a whole lot of things that tell men to do that. There's videos that tell men that you don't tell your wife too much.
Why? I mean, I get what you said, the book said, but okay, so if you are not, I'll say it like this. So if you are not allowed or shouldn't be allowed, as far as like another woman or something like that, to be vulnerable and divulge how you feel or what you're going through, how is that weak? I don't understand, like, how would you telling your wife, that something is going on with you, how is that a sign of weakness instead of being able to articulate your thoughts? Like, I don't understand how that equates to. No, I'm baffled by that as well. Like, how is that weak to be able to say, hey, I feel like this, and to articulate it well? Wouldn't that be respected?
It should be.
Okay, so it's not.
We have women like the lady that we just saw, and the women,
juice,
that women that use that against the man. Now, what you brought up a conversation 3 weeks ago, because when we say it, we forget it. It's out of our system, and boom, we don't think about it no more. But now it's brought up five weeks later. We don't remember what we said. We were just venting, trying to get things out.
5 years ago when you said, like, of
exactly. And now we have to deal with it. Now we have to deal with it again. Now it's pushed back up in our faces. And that's the plight, I think, of men. Like, we don't get a chance to be human. We're not allowed to be human. We have to be superhuman all the live long day. And that's a problem. But that's neither here or there. It's about, man, you have to let go of the Delilah. Like, this lady is having a good time about her husband's death.
Overjoyed. Like, that doesn't understand. Like, she literally is over the top. She literally said that this is the best news that I ever got in my life. Like, she don't look that young, so it's been a while.
Yeah, it's about 70 years.
This is the I'm still chewing on that. This is the best.
The best news. Do not ignore the warning signs. Do not ignore the warning signs about the Delilahs in your life. The Delilah, the people the man eaters, the Proverbs 7 women. Do not ignore them. Ignore those signs because they look good, or because they cook good, or because you are fornicating and the fornication is off the chain, whatever. Do not ignore that warning sign, or you will end up like this young man or this older man who's dying and end up with one of these with that donkey laugh. You'll end up with that.
Did you see that?
That was ridiculous. Listen to the warning signs,
Yeah.
watch for the warning signs, and let go of Delilah. She's gonna kill you in the end.